let me show you the loft. Again, this is a small but cozy foyer of Abbettson, and right away you have stairs leading to the second floor. And as mentioned previously, I really appreciate that Mattamy put them here and not in the middle of the house like some bungalow lofts have, because it gives the loft some autonomy, and also it doesn't swallow portion of the space in the living room, that it's not that big. It doesn't swallow it physically and doesn't swallow the space visually. So let's go upstairs and I'll show you this 2-bedroom loft. Originally Mattamy was offering Abbettson as a bungalow, but with $25,000 extra you could have a bungalow loft. I get it, it was 20 years ago, but even 20 years ago, $25,000 wasn't such a big amount of money, especially when you put it on the 25-year mortgage. And as you see, it opens to this landing with access to a full bathroom, and it's kind of flanks into 2 rooms. This is my retreat room that used to be loft. This wall behind the family sign didn't exist. It just had railing and you could see downstairs. I actually never liked it. It was a bit weird to sit here and have this access to below. This house is not big enough to have these kind of structures with a railing, with the lofts, open to above, open to below. So when I moved in, very shortly, within a year or two, I called contractors and they put this wall. I also wanted to have some kind of architectural vignette in a way. So they put this mirror. I like it. I think it adds character to the room, because as you see, this main window is looking to our neighbor's wall, so not very exciting. And this is why I thought I would have this painting here with a window on it. So here how window is set up, and this is the reason I have my armchair, my meditation chair, in this very corner, so I can get a little bit of sunlight, a little bit of view from this angle. And when it was functioning as a loft, I had furniture here, and my mom sometimes would sleep in this room because the other room was for Mark. And it was not convenient for me downstairs, nor it was convenient for my mom, because the noise travels from downstairs upstairs, not to mention visual clutter that you have to reconcile design of this room with the design downstairs. And neither downstairs felt private and cozy, nor this ever felt private and cozy. So as much as I love that opening we have in the living room, I would definitely close this room up. In 2017, when I had to refinance my house, I was unpleasantly surprised that I didn't get a good appraisal on this house, because they counted as a 3-bedroom home, and I was a bit furious, to say the least, and asked the appraiser, like, well, what the heck? What happened to this room? It was closed at that moment. I closed it within a year from moving in. And the appraiser said, well, it's not a bedroom. I said, why would it not be a bedroom? It's a perfect bedroom. It's actually bigger than most bedrooms today. And I was told, well, it's not a bedroom because there is no closet. I thought, you mean walk-in closet? No, just any closet. So what I did, I ran to IKEA and got this white closet, which actually I do like. I got it just to assemble it, get the appraisal done, and then I thought I would throw it away. But I do like it. I think it looks quite congruent with the rest of the room. And we had a second appraisal, and I got the value I needed for my refinance purposes. It actually was $100,000 or $200,000 more because of this $175 closet. So live and learn. And actually, I'm thankful to this appraiser or the appraising rules, because now I have this closet. It's extremely comfortable. When somebody is staying with me, like my friend would come and visit me for a week, I take all my seasonal stuff into a suitcase, and it's a functioning closet for a guest. I have my supplies here when I need to get perfume or a book or something as a present. I always keep things here. And when I get bored, I feel like shopping, I actually come and shopping literally from my own closet and always find something exciting. And this is my seasonal collection. I purged mercilessly all my wardrobe from my corporate days, but those things are priceless, so I keep them. This side night tables, I got them off Marketplace. They are chalk painted. And this is where I got the idea that, oh my God, you can turn anything into a wonderful piece of furniture by just painting it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I got out of these guys. They were like $150 for two, and they are sturdy. You can jump on them. They would not break. And not only it gave me a wonderful addition to complete this room with them, it also serves as a table when I do meditation and I need to put my meditation journal or some crystals or some little toys like this. It also gave me this confidence that, hey, you can take an old dresser. You see this dresser under the TV. We don't have TV, or I don't know anybody who has TVs. I watch YouTube here. That's why you see my old laptop connected to it. So I took this old piece that my mom's bedroom had and I just painted it. I used the same logic with the curtains. It didn't have curtains, it just had some flimsy blinds. And then I thought, wow, I can add curtains, and that actually would make this room look more substantial. And when somebody is sleeping here or I'm sleeping here, I have the blackout curtains that can provide me with wonderful privacy. Again, with curtains, they have to blend with the wall. They have to be comfortably lying on the floor, and you put them as high as possible. All right, that was bedroom 1. And this is the other room, which was always designed as a bedroom. It's huge, in my opinion. It's almost like a suite. It's a queen size bed. My mom used to live in this room for almost 10 years when she lived with me. And as you see, there's plenty of space to put king size. It's just there is no need for that at the moment. And when Mark is staying with us or Steven's kids stay with us, we always have this guest bedroom ready to go. No real upgrades in this room, except these doors. The basic model had the sliding doors, not even mirrored, just sliding doors, and they cheapen the room so badly. I don't like when you have those doors in the bedroom, and it's quite hard to replace them. It's expensive to tear them apart, get rid of them, get something different. So I did pay for this upgrade, and I have a wonderfully allocated closet. This opening, I always had problem with this, and when I look at other people's pictures of this room, it's always a problem. Like, what do you put here? I had a dresser with a TV on it when Mom lived here, but it was such a waste. And I'm happy that when Stephen and I moved in together, his apartment size sofa actually fit nicely. And when somebody is here, they are not confined to this big bed. They actually have a little bit of a little option to sit and have coffee here and in the sofa. Now we have this nook. That is also a problem. Like, how do you design it? What do you put in it? I had all kinds of setups here. I had a sofa like this that I just shown you here. Didn't look really right. I had a bed tucked in here, but then what do you do with the rest of the room? I'm still looking for solutions, but at the moment now it's Stephen's hobby room. We put this shelves for his toys and generous size office table. And look at this view. This is our conservation area, Rattlesnake Point. And I would say this and office downstairs are the only rooms that you can enjoy this view. That's something I don't really like about this house, because we are so well located right on Tremaine with no obstructed view of the escarpment. But we can enjoy it only from the little porch, from a garage, from my office downstairs, and from this office upstairs. I don't know how and what they could have done differently, but it's a bit of sad that we don't see this view from more rooms of the house. So this is Stephen's hobby room. His dog Boomer died in 2024 in September, and I love this dog, but the way Stephen loved Boomer was almost like a friend and a child to him. So it was a big tragedy when this dog died. One of Stephen's students, Gianna, painted and gifted it to us. Such a treasure, such a treasure. All right, so as you see, it's a man's little nook, so I don't even try to make it neat as much as I would like to do that, but that's his place and he does whatever he wants. And this room that is, yeah, like a little suite upstairs. It has a generous size bedroom space. You can even tuck in a little sofa and have an office. So go figure how to decorate this. Linen closet that is functioning as a bit of a utility place to keep the vacuum cleaner. I have a vacuum cleaner on every floor, and it makes my life easier because we don't have central vacuum. So hobby supplies for Stephen. There is a potential with this room to make it like a coffee and tea station with maybe a bar fridge, maybe a bit of kitchenette. And in the future, if we decide to host international students here, which is quite an option if university comes to Milton, it will be converted into the little tea, water, coffee station so that people can feel comfortable. So it's an opening downstairs. You see, 2 rooms are quite autonomous, which is a big advantage because you're not neck to neck to another person and you have your privacy. So the sound doesn't travel from room to room, and you're very, very independent. And the full bathroom here, nothing remarkable about it, but it's a good bathroom. It has this old fashion, now it's old fashioned because it's 20 years old, builder's standard vanity. I painted it, as you can guess. If you're wondering what it is behind the towel, that's the access to attic. Yeah, maybe I should get the bigger railing here and bigger towel to cover it, so it's not conflicting with the rest of the design. This is a shower, but also nice deep bathtub. I actually like this bathtub more than my soaker in a master bathroom, because the soaker is way too big for my height. The railings had to be installed when my mom lived with me. I'm not going to remove them because I would have to do the major change, and who knows, maybe one day I will need this myself, so the railings will stay. It doesn't bug me to have them, but originally, of course, they weren't there. And look at these tiles that you would get as a standard tile. Quite nice. So original tiles that were not an upgrade, and that's what you would get with Mattamy Homes at the time. Always leveraging the door with this over the door structures that allow you to put your bathrobes. I will repeat that, I love the bathrobes with monogrammed initials. I think it gives you the sense as if you're in a spa of some sort. So that is the loft. The total square footage of it is about 700 square feet, and I think it was quite a deal for $25,000 extra to have this upstairs. And the main thing that people forget about Abbettson is it's a house well designed for multi-generational living. You can live here quite comfortably. You have this room and all your things, and even a little sofa in your bedroom, and a hobby room or an office with beautiful view. And you're really not in a phase of people living downstairs, which is us at the moment. When my mom lived here, or Mark lived here, I never was inconvenienced with any noise or smells or anything. We would meet for dinner downstairs, but other than that, because of the stairs leading to the loft right from the entrance, you feel quite an autonomy. You don't have to check in and check out all the time. Oh, I'm going there, I'm going here. So that provides for the privacy. And this is what makes, in my opinion, Abbettson extremely valuable, that you have this main floor. Yes, it's not the biggest kitchen, as I already lamented many times, but it's livable and you get used to it, and if you keep it nice and tidy, it's nice. So you have this area for one generation, let's say us. You have loft upstairs, which is quite functional, and it's not just bedrooms, it's also an office, and it's also a sitting area. And when you're here in your bedroom, that also quite large, you don't really hear anybody upstairs. And people forget that with conventional houses, 46 feet lots, 50, 55 feet lot, you have these massive main floors, but you pay for this with 4 bedrooms being tucked on the second floor. Yes, you have these bedrooms up there, but you're not as private, never, 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 as you are when you have bedrooms on separate floors. And this is what you pay for with bungalow. And when I see that people misprice them, because it feels like a smaller house, but no way it should be compared to 36 feet lots, because you don't just have small area here, you have this small area here because you have half of the house taken by the master bedroom and master bathroom with 3 windows, by the way. And this allows for quite comfortable living with your adult children, of course if they pay you rent, or your aging parents, or even if you have neither, you can rent upstairs loft and make a little bit of money. But actually not a little bit, it's very good money to host students in your house, because this loft is so well strategically positioned that it can provide privacy for people living up there. And that was it on the loft.